Hello, beautiful souls. So, take a nice deep breath. And if you're happy that it's Friday, then can you also be happy that it's Monday or Tuesday, the moon's day, or Tia's day, or Woden's day, or Thor's day, or Freya's day, or Saturn's day, or Sun's day? Because oftentimes, and Sadhguru speaks to this, if you're doing TGIF, then are you unthankful for the rest of the days? Because so often in our culture, what we do is we look forward to certain days because on those days something different will happen. And yet, so many people that I talk to on Sunday, they begin to fret about Monday. I spend Sun's day worrying about the moon's day. So if you've noticed that this is you, and if you've noticed that you're looking forward to things, are you putting a... Can you hear that? How appropriate is that, right? Because, one of the things about Mexico and the Mexican people is they don't waste a moment to be in celebration. Now, today is apparently the last day of St. Andrew's Day, and then there's going to be about a 2-day break. But last night there was a mariachi band, there was fireworks, there were church bells. They celebrate life. And, for most of us, if we were to look at their lives, we would think that they were missing something, that we have more than they, that there's something about the way that we live that is more elevated. Now, however, if we start looking for certain things to bring us more joy, then we are in that act of comparing this to that. But when we hold ourselves back for a moment and think, is this better than that, or is it just different? And we become in the experience of being fully present for what's available right now. Now, you can see, I'm going to just turn this a wee bit. You can see that it's a bit overcast and it's 67 degrees. And I was thinking, well, didn't I move away from the gray? Wasn't I giving that up for something else? And yet here, what I find is that I'm embracing the idea that what's necessary in the now for this particular place is some rain. What's necessary now is some overcast skies so that we bring that nourishing water to this place. So I want to thank you, those of you who prayed rain, sent rain from the Pacific Northwest down here, and so that we can enjoy every moment of our lives. And if something that you have in mind for your life hasn't happened yet, then my invitation to you is to not give up on the ability for you, look at that beautiful stuff, on the ability for it to happen. Some of you who have been around me for a while know that I have been in the idea and the presence, thinking about coming to Mexico for the winter for a long time. It didn't happen the first year that I started thinking about it. It didn't happen the second year that I started thinking about it. It didn't happen the third year, the fourth year, the fifth year, but it happened after that. I never gave up on the idea that at some point I was going to be able to winter in Mexico. And when you have an idea and it becomes a thought, because that's what happens. Ideas become thought, and then when we put them into action, they manifest in our lives. So I never gave up on the idea that I would be here, that I would be able to be in another culture with little things called bobos flying about, that I would be able to do this. I never gave up on that idea. When it didn't happen the first year, I just put it in my pocket for, next winter. And then the next winter and the next winter. Now, it all came to fruition in a way that I could not have imagined. And as a matter of fact, if I were to imagine, I wouldn't have imagined it coming together in the way that it did. However, I just met another woman yesterday who thought her happy place was Spain. So she went to Spain and she found out that that wasn't her happy place. Then she went to Puerto Vallarta thinking, well, that's my happy place. Turns out that wasn't her happy place either. And so she arrived here a couple of weeks ago, just like me, and we met completely coincidentally. We just happened to be going in to listen to some live music at the same time. I invited her to come and sit with us, and now she's being included in a community of people who love to dance, who love to go out for dinner, who love to listen to live music. Now, that is all serendipity. And she just happens to be home free as well. So when you have an idea about what you want in life, how you want your life to be, what you want your lifestyle to be, and it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that it won't happen, that it can't happen. It just means that the timing isn't quite right. So hold on tight to your dreams. And here's a dream that I have and I have had, is to collaborate with other women. So there's something called Femme Frequency. And I'm gathering with a number of women, quite a big number of women, to do a presentation sometime between winter solstice and the 1st of January. Now, my presentation is going to be on bust your bogus beliefs, because those are the things that hold us back from having anything in the world that we desire. And you know, I talk about desire coming from a higher place than want. And when we're in resonance with what it is that we desire, the universe contrives to make it happen. It doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen in the way that you think it's going to happen. It doesn't always happen in the place that you are maybe thinking it's going to happen. So I'm going to show you behind me the beautiful colors of that building. Now, in our culture in North America, in the United States and in Canada where I've lived, we don't paint our houses like this. We're more constrained. We are more constricted, and we worry about what others will think if we paint our house a little bit pink and a little bit darker pink. And those things, those ideas that we have, hold us back from having whatever it is that we desire. So, you know, in my last house, I painted the front of the house and the back of the house blue, but not the sides of the house. And, you know, at first people were like, well, what are you doing? And I was like, well, this is as far as I can reach. I can reach the front and I can reach the back, but I couldn't reach the sides. And so I did that. And after a while, people weren't questioning me any longer about why I was doing that. When you fully, authentically express yourself, then there's no one who's going to question why you're doing it, how you're doing it, because your authenticity, your desire will shine through in all of it. So don't give up on your dreams. You know, I'm going to show you this little house over here. It's not quite finished. You can see the rebar sticking up there. And then there's another beautiful house right there that is completely finished. And so those people who are building that house that isn't done yet. It's been like that for a couple of years, but they haven't given up on the idea that it will that the floor will get put in, that walls will get put in, that a ceiling will get put in. Just because something hasn't happened doesn't mean that it's not going to. So, oh, there goes a butterfly. So my invitation to you is that this is for women. So I'm sorry, guys, but join the Femme Frequency Facebook group, because we're all going to come together. We're going to collaborate. We're going to connect. We're going to cooperate to raise the vibe to love and above, on account of what matters more than love. You know, if you don't have it, you want it. And so we set our sights on being in love. Well, let's set our sights on being love. So let's raise the vibe to love and above. And never give up on your dreams. Bring your desires front and forward. If something makes your heart sing, it doesn't, pardon me, excuse me. If something makes your heart sing and then you burp, just excuse yourself. So if something is on your heart to bring into fruition and it isn't here yet, don't give up. Never give up. And when you find your happy place, then relish in that and share it, because the more of us who find our happy place and who share that, the more uplifting that we have, the more joy that we have, the more love that we have. Hey, Monica. So the thing is that when we share from our hearts, you know, there's a lot of like fear mongering out there and all of that. And if you can, clear that away. So smudge your home, smudge yourself, put yourself into a state of being open for all the good the universe has for you. And remember, just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to. So let's raise the vibe one more time. Next week, I will be, I'll be coming at you from a different location, because I found another happy place, and I am going to live in art. It's a teeny little casita, just small like me, and I'm going to be taking you into the heart of Ahihik. And I'm going to be showing you that. I'm going to be very close to the church that rings its bells at 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the afternoon, sometimes at noon. and there are fireworks because they're celebrating St. Andrew. Now, when my friend told me about it, he said really quickly, St. Andrew the Apostle. And I thought he said St. Andrew the Impossible. So I thought, isn't that awesome? There is a saint that helps us with the impossible. Now, turns out that St. Andrew is really about tradesmen, not about the impossible at all. But when you mishear things, sometimes they have such a beautiful difference. So honor St. Andrew the Impossible, and when you think something isn't possible, then because my presentation for this festival that starts winter solstice and ends the 1st of January is Bust Your Bogus Beliefs, because beliefs either allow us to expand or they constrict us, depending on whether they're serving us or not. So if you believe you can't, you won't. If you believe you can, you will. And so I never gave up on the belief that I was going to be here in Mexico. Look at this. That is Mount Garcia right there. It's an inactive volcano. And you know that I've been tracking volcanoes for a while. So there are 123, the last time I looked, 123 active volcanoes right now. So get your energy going. Move your energy up to the surface and allow yourself to be vocal about what you want. Don't be shy about sharing the idea that you want to go somewhere, that you want to do this, that your heart is set on actualizing these. Take a moment to really feel into what's important to you. And when you figure that out, when you figure what's on your heart, do more of that. Don't wait for TGI Friday. Don't wait because you're ruling out 6 other days of the week. And so why not be in the joy of whatever day it is? So let's give away some love so we can get some. I'm going to just back up, make sure don't fall off the little deck here. All right, energize your hands. Put your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep breath. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Hey, Paige, one more time. I open fully and freely to give. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big old bowls with your hands and embrace. Put it in your heart. All the good the universe has for me. One last time. I open freely and fully to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. So Paige says, oh, she wants to go. Yes, Glastonbury. Oh my God, what a great dream you have. So share that dream. Ask people. You know what? When we put out our dreams, you'd be amazed and surprised and excited and happy at how other people want to support you. You know, there's a boys' home here and a girls' home here, and both of those do amazing fundraisers, and they go to the Unity, they go to Namaste Community, to Unity and to the Center for Spiritual Living, and they do fundraisers to raise money for these 2 amazing projects. And you know, just last week, lean in, just last week, we raised $1,400, 24,000 pesos for this village where there's something in the water that causes the people there to have kidney problems. And so, you know, if we can do it here in Mexico, where we think, oh, and everyone's impoverished and blah, blah. But if we can do that here, think what you can do there. And don't be afraid to ask for a fundraiser. You know, I used to think, oh, well, that was just rude. But now that I see the power of it, I don't think it's rude at all. Because when I support your vision of Glastonbury, or when you support my vision of Mexico here, then we collaborate, we cooperate, and we truly move into the age of Aquarius. So, namaste, aho, bliss. And in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And I'll be talking more about 2 things. I'll be talking about the Femme Frequency Facebook group, and I will also be talking about the Shamanic Journey Experience, which is happening on the 9th of December. Not right here, but in my new happy place. So, blessings, everyone. Have a fabulous rest of your day and make every day special. Thank you for that love. I appreciate it. All right, bye-bye. Mañana.